All right, so I've been wanting to do one of these videos for a while because when I was looking at the CBD oil and trying to figure out if it was right for me, it was videos like this that really helped. And the other day, I'm just trying to watch Judge Judy and making dinner, and this stupid news teaser comes on, and the guy says, CBD oil supposedly helps many people with all kinds of ailments. But the science back it up. And that made me so angry. I don't want this to turn into a political video, so I'm just going to go past that. Anyway, so a little bit about my situation. I'm a drummer of 35 years, since I was 8 years old. And I also, since I was 19, I've been in the sign business, installing, building, fabricating, and that my day job has completely destroyed my body. It's just everything, and especially my hands. And about 10 years ago, I started having really problems with my hands. I couldn't hold the drumsticks anymore. Gigs were hard to get through, and I would just be in tons of pain. And ended up, drinking too much to get through it, and taking ibuprofen, like 800,000 milligrams a day, which is awful for your liver. And then eventually I started seeing a hand surgeon, and he told me that there's a little bone that connects your thumb to your wrist, and it was completely pulverized and just beaten up. And so all my muscles are trying to compensate for it not being there, and I don't know, basically my hands are destroyed, and I needed surgery on both hands, and that's like 6 months per hand of doing nothing, and I can't afford to do that. So, and there's not even any guarantee that it would work. So I started going to physical therapy, and that would help. For the day that I actually went and had therapy, I would be okay. So if I was able to time it on a gig day, then I'd be okay, sort of. But the thing was, it was a $25 copay, and then I had to leave work early to go get there and get the appointment done. And so it ended up costing a fortune. So, and it didn't really help. So, years go on, I got injections in my hands. I'm up to 6 in each hand, which would last about 2 months, 3 months, and then back to pain, and like it was done. And the pain from the injection was far worse than anything I could imagine. They would literally pull bones apart to get the needle in between the bones and shoot the stuff in there. Just, I can't even. So 12 injections in my hands. I also got a little ambitious at the gym and blew out my shoulder. And I needed an injection in my shoulder. That didn't help. I ended up having a lump on my shoulder, on my collarbone, for years, that never went away. And the doctor said, that's it. You're just going to have that forever. And it's just because that's where you injured it. Okay. And then had some problems with my neck. I have a herniated disc from work, lifting heavy things and awkward positions, and hammer drilling, and the drill kicks on you and it torques your whole body. So I got an injection in my neck, which was also completely awful. I mean, laying face down on a bed while people hold you down, put a needle into your spine and inject it. And it lasted a few months. So now I have all this pain. I turned 40 a few years ago, and like when the warranty runs off on your car, everything starts falling apart. So my knees, my neck, my hands as usual, my back, just all my joints, just everything's just starting to catch up to me from 20 plus years of being in the sign business. And all this time, I'm still doing 60 to 80 gigs a year. So I'm working 5 days a week, and then trying to play drums 2 or 3 nights a week. and just the pain is just unbearable. And so now I'm getting, I don't want to say depressed, but it's definitely affecting my mood. There's nothing worse than you can't sleep. You know, all you think about is the pain when you're constantly in pain, and it overwhelms you, and it consumes you. And so anyway, I'm just about at the end of my rope. I'm changing my grip to try and salvage playing drums. I changed my style around, and just trying to just add a few more years, because I can't give it up. It's like a part of me. And so then, I have friends that smoke marijuana, and they insist that it's great for your, for these problems and stuff like that, and also for anxiety and helping you sleep. Oh, and that's the other thing I didn't say. So in the middle of all this, I also started having major problems sleeping, because when you're in pain, you can't sleep, and I'm stressed out because of the pain and because of everything. And so then I went to the doctor. He put me on Klonopin, which is hardcore narcotic, and I was on it for, I think, 6 or 7 years, and got addicted to it. And I tried kicking it 100 times. I would wean off it. I'd cut the pills and wean off it, and then when I'd get down to a quarter of a pill, and then I'd eventually stop, and then my body just revolted against me. I would have bad dreams. I wouldn't be able to sleep. I'd have the sweats. I mean, it was like coming off of heroin. It was awful. So anyway, so now like I said, my friends were telling me, oh, you should try pot because it'll help you and this and that. And I'm like, well, part of my job is I drive a truck. You can't drive a commercial vehicle. You can't have any of that in your system. I would never smoke pot anyway. It's just a personal choice. If whoever wants to, that's your choice. I don't care. I'm not going to tell anyone what to do. I just personally don't want any part of it. So that wasn't an option. But then somebody told me, like, oh, I know somebody who having a lot of pain, and they started taking CBD oil, and it just miraculously cured everything. And I'm like, what? Come on. And and then I'm like, well, what is it? And it's made from hemp. I'm like, oh, well, I can't have that. Well, no, there's no THC in it, and there's no this and that. So then I start researching it, and so I saw all the videos like this, their testimonials. I saw lots of doctors talking about it, and real doctors, not the people that just prescribe drugs to just to keep the pharmaceutical companies happy. No, like actual scientists and doctors talking about all the benefits. I looked and looked and looked, tried to find side effects. Couldn't find any. The worst I could find was it didn't work for some people, and those were few. So I said, all right, well, I have to try this. I'm at the end of my rope. And so I found a place to buy it. I was getting it from somebody who worked at a health place or something. I forget what it was. That got to be a pain, so I eventually went to a online place and got a subscription, so it just automatically comes every month. So so I started taking it, and the day it came in, the first day, I had a show that night, and I come home from work, and I got it out of the mailbox, and I never taken it before. I didn't read the instructions, of course, and I took too much, but it doesn't hurt you. I took too much, and it mellowed me out for the day. Like it didn't. The thing with CBD is it's not like a drug. It doesn't make you feel anything. It doesn't make the pain go away. It doesn't numb you. It doesn't do. You don't even notice that it's doing it. All you notice is that, wow, I'm a lot more relaxed, and my pain is gone. And so anyway, I took it the first day, went to my show. played, no pain, like immediately. And I've heard that with some people it takes a while to build up, and with some people it happens immediately. So luckily for me, it happened immediately. So I kept taking it, and so a couple months later, the pain is completely under control. I mean, still aches and pains here and there, but I'm playing fine and no pain, and everything. My knees are starting to feel better. My neck, like every morning I would get up and I can't move my neck, and it's just but after the CBD, it's nothing. I don't feel anything anymore, and my mood had gotten better, probably because the pain's gone. I was more relaxed. I tend to be kind of high strung, and since I've been taking this, I've mellowed out, and which is good for me and for everybody around me. So then a few months go by. So now I'm like, okay, now I want to try and get rid of the Klonopin, because it's just it's killing me. And so I did the same thing that I tried 100 times. I cut the pills into halves, and then into thirds, and then into fourths, and then stopped. And there was a little bit of my body like, wait, where'd it go? But it was dramatically less. And I was still able to sleep without it. And after about 2 weeks, I was fine. I was back to where I was before I started taking the Klonopin, just completely done. And it's been, I'd say 8 months since I stopped the Klonopin, and I haven't had any need for it. I'm sleeping fine. And now the other thing with the CBD is, the pain was dramatically better. And every month that goes by, I swear it gets even better. I'm 44 now. My knees feel great. My neck, almost non-existent. My hands are great. I shouldn't be doing this, but I get to gigs and I don't even warm up. Like because I'm just like, I'm fine. Probably should keep doing that. But anyway, so CBD is an absolute miracle. It saved my drumming career. I say it saved my life because I was in a downward spiral because of all the pain and the anxiety, and just it makes me so angry that it was actually illegal at one point, because there is no reason for it. I have not had any side effects. I have had no danger at all to my system. It's been nothing but positive. And all the research I did, I can't find any side effects. I encourage you to take what I say, but do the research for yourself. Do what I did, and just search CBD oil and take every video you can get your hands on, any article you can find. But be ready that if it's from a mainstream doctor or a mainstream news something or other, it's probably gonna be complete bullshit. They're gonna try and steer you away from it, because the pharmaceutical and industrial complex doesn't want this stuff to work. They want us to keep taking the hard drugs and keep drowning our pain and oxys and all that, and keep getting addicted. And the revolution is happening now. If this worked this way for me, it's going to work for everybody, because I have a high tolerance for medication. It takes a lot of whatever I take to have any effect. And this stuff to work for me, it's a miracle. So definitely do your research. I get mine from naturalhempoil.com. It's a little pricey. Worth it. Even if tomorrow they made it illegal, I would find a way to get it, because I can't live without it now. In fact, that's probably the only downside to it, is once you start taking it, you're never going to want to not take it. So anyway, do your research. Good luck. If you decide to take it, please leave a comment. Let me know if it's working out for you. I hope this helps somebody make the decision, and I hope it changes your life the way it did for mine. All right, take care.